What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Codex Stations podcast. I am your host tonight, Sal the Slab Guy, but joining me is Sonny. We had a little bit of setup issues here, and we're working them out now. And Sonny will be joining us here in just a minute. But first, let's take a little time out and say Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you guys are going to have a wonderful holiday. Hope you guys are going to enjoy spending some time with some family and some friends and eating lots of good food. You know, I am going to be doing that. Come on, Sonny. Where are you, buddy? Let's get on this thing. Let's do this. So, what's going on? Who's nobody in the chat yet? Nobody's in the chat yet. Looks like I got somebody there. Who's there? Who's in the chat? Who's in the chat? Who's in the chat? Nobody there. All right. There's Sonny. I'm gonna bring him on right now. There he is.
There I am.
I had to start
I
off-
was waiting for you, and then as soon as I walked away, you're like, "Here's the thing."
Yeah. Sorry about that. I got to my
Well,
computer,
good.
but then I was about to do stuff, and all of a sudden, just like went frozen on me, and I'm like, ah!
That's
You
when
know,
it happens, Sal. That's when things will happen. When we're all ready to go,
yeah,
everybody's waiting, and computer's a problem.
yep. Well, all right. So I'm gonna now shift the hosting duties over to you.
All right, man. Well, yes, today I'm just I'm letting Jamie know that I'm not off the episode. I'm here. I am right here. But yes, everybody, in case Sal didn't say it, welcome to the pre-show of the Codex podcast. As usual, I'm your host, Sonny Kruger, and the man who started the show is Sal the Slab Guy. So today it is the day before Thanksgiving, and we will be reviewing Vision and the Scarlet Witch, issue number 6. No strings attached. The Thanksgiving issue. So we got some news. We got a new segment. Well, we got some comic book news. We got some Codex news. We got, of course, a random panel of the week, and we have two people joining the F list.
Two
Oh, they're
people.
called the Plug-Uglies.
Yeah, I saw that. Was it that pic you dropped in the chat channel we have? Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah,
Whew.
the name, as soon as I saw that name, I was like, wait, who are these guys? They sound like they need to be on our show.
Okay. Fix that camera. You are good.
All good to go.
We got the right thing going on here. We are live.
Yes, we are live. Like last week, there was a bit of technical difficulties, but
Yep.
okay, we all worked it out.
Yep.
But yeah, so there we go, Sal. How are things going with you, man? You were the one who came up. We got a new segment that you will be leading today, so I'm excited about it.
Okay, so the new segment I've come up with this time is called One is Slabbed. So this is where I'm going to show you 3 covers. And I got 3 sets of 3. I'm going to show you 3 covers, and it's up to you to guess which one I have slabbed.
All right, well, sounds good. I'm looking forward to it. And I guess that sounds like one for everybody to get involved with as well. Everybody in the comments could chat as well.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
All right, and then last week, last week was a fun one. We did not. I shouldn't say unfortunately. I don't know what you had going on, but we did not have you scheduled to be on. It was me and Uncle Gary, and then you had to jump on to make sure that the show was all good.
That's right. That was kind of crazy. I'm not sure what happened that time.
Yeah, but it all worked out now, and and then today things are running a little bit late. I'm just letting Jamie know that it was all your fault with the lateness.
That's fine. Blame me. It's all right. It's okay. Blame me. It's perfectly fine. It's not like Jamie's going to come on the show and yell at us or anything. Hey, there's Richard. Hey, Richard, how you doing, buddy?
Hey,
Sorry,
Richard.
running a little bit late. It was actually Jamie's fault tonight that we are running late.
Yeah, it was actually all Jamie's fault.
Yep, that's right.
He messed it up last week. He messed it up today.
Yeah.
But we did. Me and Sal, we picked up his slack, and we got everybody here.
That's right. That's right.
As we always do, Sal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always picking up that slack. But Sal,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, since we are running a bit late, I'm ready to jump right in case Unless
That's
there's anything else you want to do.
No, that's exactly what I was going to suggest. That we just jump right into the main show.
Let's do it. Let's jump right into it.
Okay. Do we? I'm sorry, but do we have a opener for the podcast? Do we not?
We just have
just a regular countdown.
Just a regular countdown, whichever countdown you want. Just
Okay,
not a super duper long one, not like a 10-minute one.
No. I'll do the groovy bass tones and the regular opener. But you know what? Next week you guys are going to have a brand new podcast opener.
Ooh, looking forward to it.
All right. I will see you guys in about 45 seconds.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Codex Podcast. As usual, I'm your host, and today I'm joined by my co-host, Sal the Slab Guy.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Doing good, and hope you are too. It is one day before Thanksgiving, so today we will be reviewing Vision and the Scarlet Witch, issue number 6, No Strings Attached, the Thanksgiving issue.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we'll be having a random panel of the week. We'll be having somebody join the F list. Richard, I see. I'm glad that you like the groovy bass tones. I do too.
Yes.
Always in honor of Tim, who introduced us to those.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's always good.
Too, we got some comic book news, not too much, but we got some stuff going on, and you'll be having another right or wrong. Today it'll be a little bit of both of us today.
That's right.
So I'll give some, Sal will give some, and we have a new segment. I haven't come up with an intro for it yet, but it's called One is Slabbed. So I'm going to give you a choice of 3 covers, and you're going to decide which one I have slabbed. All right, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, Sonny, we also got some sad news. We also have some sad news.
We do. We'll get to that sad news a little after we get to the rundown.
All right, let's do the rundown, then get to the sad news. Greetings, Booge. How are you doing today? How art thou?
So I'm ready to give the comic book news to everybody.
All right, so hit the rundown.
Hawkeye has been renewed for season number 2, although it hasn't gotten much talk. Quietly, Kevin Feige has announced that Hawkeye will have a second season.
Yes.
A couple of years ago, there was season 1. I'm excited for season number 2 because I really enjoyed the first season.
I did too.
Good. And speaking of shows, it's Hawkeye was a few years ago, or a couple years ago, but a show all the way back from 1967. That's Speed Racer. And guess what? Somebody got the rights to it, and that's Mad Cave. Mad Cave has the rights to Speed Racer. And also,
I would be looking forward to a monthly issue of Speed Racer.
Yeah, that should be interesting. And yeah, Speed Racer, like I said, from 1967, and it was produced by Tatsunoko Production, and is based on the manga by founder Tatsuyo Yoshida, and that was who Mad Cave got the rights from, all of them. So now we'll see what Mad Cave can do. But speaking of things that people will be doing, Sal, do you like cruises? Have you ever been on a cruise before?
I've never been on a cruise, but I would love to go.
You know what? Well,
are you asking me to a cruise? Is that what you're doing?
If you're willing to pay, I'll go with you, man. Well, February 5th through the 9th, there's a cruise, Comic-Con the cruise.
Oh, nice. Hey, Pam.
Hey, Pam.
Good to see you.
We're just talking about how Sal is going to bring me on the Comic-Con cruise next year, February 5th. I'll be back. We'll both be back in time for Valentine's Day. We'll be back in time for the new Captain America movie. So we have time to go on a cruise. Yeah, so that's what's been going on with that. And I'm not sure if you saw in the comments a little bit before, like literally maybe minutes before we were scheduled to start in a group chat. Frank Miller has released in a picture. He did the cover of a Wolverine and Deadpool comic book, and like ready, it's not getting too good of talk. Have you gotten a chance to see the picture, Sal?
Yeah, that is horrendous. That is
You,
horrendous. Do we have that loaded up? Let me see if we
I'm
do.
not too sure if it was loaded up or not. But
Let
in
me
the mean,
find it and load it up. Hold on one second.
but in the meantime, as Sal finds it, I will read some of the things people were saying. Yeah, not so good. You know, one thing I don't like is some people saying like, "Oh, he's never been good." I do want to say Frank Miller is a legend and has put out some of the best comic books. I mean, the Wolverine miniseries that we read, Sin City, his run on Daredevil, which I absolutely love. So many of the stories on that. But with this is coming out, yeah, it's almost not fair to judge somebody based on something like this, how old it is. But some
Well,
people,
it's not the first one that he's done that this has been horrible. I got two of them. I can show them to you.
because I saw the one earlier with Wolverine. Some comments, someone said so disappointed, but we'll still buy, LOL. And someone said still better than Liefeld's Deadpool.
Oh, that's bad.
So they always they said it's still better than that. And yeah, so
Hold
and then
on,
some people
almost
said that
got it.
no
Keep
problem.
going.
Some people said it still reminds them a bit of the Sin City style, but yeah, I'll let the picture do the talking for itself.
Yeah.
And the
Hold on.
picture.
It's coming up soon. Hang
It's
on.
coming
I'm
up.
just like I said, my system was freaking out on me earlier, and was not good.
Yeah, somebody was trying to hack into Sal's account, and that's why the show was a little late today.
Oh, if they tried to hack into my system, they got electrocuted. Let me tell you something right there.
And
All
then they
right,
end up getting slabbed, right?
they'll end up getting slabbed.
The
That's right.
tag on the toe.
Oops, hold on. This one and this one. And okay, so they're loading up right now. The first one. Now, before we get to the one that was just released, this was the first one that he did.
Right. Yeah, but I'm not sure if from the episode. I'm trying to think if that was around May or March, and
Man.
at that time, that episode stands out to me because maybe it was over a year ago. Time is flying by, but at the time I had shaved my beard and maybe had the sides, and it was at this time. And yeah, this was not loved.
Okay, ready for now? It was
Here's-
just released, Deadpool Wolverine 1. Here it is.
And there it is. Like I said, I'll let the picture do the talking for itself.
Whew.
We know not his best
Ooh.
work. I mean, especially till we see like the shoulders by Wolverine. Oh, someone said it looks like Wolverine's having like dental problems. Someone said Wolverine looks like he's a geriatric patient. And, yeah. So the comments are not very nice.
They have not been positive. Let's put it that way.
Oh, someone did say, "Hey, the colorist had a big part of the problem too." Anyone?
Bougie says, "Yikes!"
I see. Yikes. Oh man, yeah. I said it was like right before, and that has a lot of people talking.
Yeah, that is pretty horrible. Let's get that off of there.
Yeah.
Let's just get that off of there. That's making me ill.
Okay,
let's me ill.
Let's talk about something more nice. What
Okay.
about that cruise? Do you know have you heard more about it? Who's going to be on there?
No, I have not. I've heard about it, but I don't know the details. So give me the details.
All right. So I will tell you some of the people on that cruise, on Comic-Con The Cruise, starring Warwick Davis, George Takei, Ernie Hudson, Mary McDonnell, Trisha Helfer, Grace Park, Rekha Sharma, Amy Jo Johnson, Scott Grimes, Greg Grunberg, Virginia Gardner, Grace Caroline Curry, Jonah Ray, Sam Jones, Melody Anderson, and Ted Lang.
Sam Jones. I met him at Baltimore.
Nice. Well, there you go. You can meet up again on a cruise and say, "Hey, man, met you in Baltimore. Now I see you on the seas."
Let's go kick some ass. Huh? Let's go kick some Ming ass, huh?
Awesome, Sal. Yeah, you do that, Sal. And this is to go. It says so February 5th through the 9th from It says Tampa, Cozumel. I'm not sure how.
Cozumel.
Well, there you
Cozumel.
go.
That's what it is.
Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
Cozumel.
Tampa the Cozumel. Mm-hmm.
Cool. It'll be in the Royal Caribbean's Serenade of the Seas. Is what it says. So. Yeah, so
my brother's done a lot of those types of cruises from that goes from out to Cozumel and stuff like that. So not the Comic-Con one, obviously, but other cruises.
Yeah, I
So
saw some pictures of it, and
yeah.
it looks like a lot of people doing cosplay on there. So there you go. You get to be out at sea with all kinds of people.
Now, did it give you a price or anything like that?
Right now,
Curious.
I did not find a price, but it was saying more like join the wish or join the wait list and things like that. Join up to the email so they could send you stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So normal cruises, normal like 5-day cruises are probably about 3 to 5 grand, depending on the room that you get. Some rooms are like dinky and have no window. Other rooms are a huge thing with a nice deck on the side of it too, so balcony type of thing. So those are the more expensive rooms, of course.
yes, I've been on a cruise once back in 2016. I was on the Monsters of Rock cruise. Yeah, there we go. So, oh yeah, I was rocking out all day. I'd wake up, literally wake up, and run to a concert, and then at the end of the day, finish all the concerts to the very last one, and then people would be in like the bar doing karaoke. So
Nice.
all day concerts, and yeah, it was from Miami. Went to the Bahamas.
Very good.
Yes, it was a fun trip. Fun wild times rocking out. So who knows? Maybe I'll have to go on another cruise if a certain slab guy says, "Buddy, let's go."
Oh,
I'll say, "Sail my pal."
uh-huh.
I'll do it.
You imitating the Joker there. Remember the Joker in Mask of the Phantasm? Mask of the Phantasm. He was like, "My pal Sal."
But there you go. See, maybe that's where maybe deep down it was
Yeah.
playing in my mind. Yeah.
So every time I hear that, every time I hear "My pal Sal," I always think of that one scene.
Nice. Always good, Sal. Sal,
Yes.
my pal. But speaking of mad, some might say the Joker is mad, but yeah, how about Mad Cave? Getting a hold of Speed
Yes.
Racer. So yeah, like you said, there should be some good comic books. Pretty
Yeah.
interesting. We'll see what happens, what
I
comes of
could
it.
definitely go for a monthly Speed Racer book.
Yeah, I didn't realize that Speed Racer has been around that long, since the
Yeah.
late '60s.
Yeah. Yeah. Indeed. Indeed. And I'm just thinking, man, there's going to be some good variant covers on that.
Oh yes, yeah, there should be some interesting ones.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you get some slabbed.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will.
Yeah. And two, before we jump on other stuff, Hawkeye season 2. I was glad to hear an announcement of it. That was a good surprise.
Yes, indeed. I actually did they renew Moon Knight as well a while back, or say that they greenlighted it or something? I don't think anything's been done yet to it, but
Yeah, I haven't heard. Yeah.
okay. So the only one we can guarantee you right now is that Hawkeye is coming back for a second season.
Yeah, so
Very
that should be
good.
good because I really enjoyed the show. I thought Hawkeye was great. It was a surprise. I was like, yeah, let's just watch it, and then it turned out to be. I was like, wow, that was actually really good.
Yeah, actually, I liked it too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most people I know that have either people just haven't watched it yet, or the ones that have gotten to it have said they've all pretty much said that they like it as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we'll see that. Yeah. So that's some good news.
Mm-hmm.
And now, Sal,
The sad
get on
news.
to some sad news. I will
The
let
sad
you
news.
tell everybody.
Okay. There will no longer be a variant insanity segment. Unfortunately, the source where I get my variant information from is the CLZ app. If you have the CLZ app for collecting your comics, it's on the phone, it's on the computer, it's really great. They send out a weekly newsletter, and in that newsletter, it contains like what's coming out, what are issues, what's hot new issues, blah blah blah, and they had that little segment of who had the most variants, and then a list of the issues that had the least the next amount of variants. So you had the number one with the most amount of variants, and they had like another 10 or so issues that had variants ranging from um, you know from 3 up to wherever the second place prize, you might say, be for that variance. But in the newsletter today, they actually said that they are letting that go because it was no longer interesting. Let me see. I could actually read you the exact line that they said. This is pretty funny. Here we go. It says, all right. Yep. So they're introducing a new section called CLZ Stat Picks, featuring their content team's favorite new releases. This section replaces the most variants section, as it was becoming less interesting, with the same series reappearing as the winner every few weeks. And if you want to guess what
That's horrible.
the winner was every few weeks, It was Turtles.
Turtles, yeah.
It was Turtles.
Ninja Turtles, when not Ninja Turtles, Thundercats. But
Yeah.
Sal was such a great segment, and even for as short as it was around,
And
I really enjoyed it.
I built this great Excel sheet that had the pie charts and everything. I was like, "Oh, this is going to be awesome!" And I set up my because I set up the sheet for next year, so that'd be easier for me just to input everything and get it, on there. And then they cancel it on me. I emailed them today, by the way, and said, "Hey, that was pretty dumb of you to let that go. Put that back on." So
Nice. Good
CLZ,
job.
if you're watching this podcast, because I know you are, because we are that popular, put the most variant section back into your newsletter because I need it, and I need to give it to the studio audience.
Yes, and
It's
we all
great.
want it, and you should put it back on. And I'm very disappointed. You know
Yep.
what? I'm very disappointed at that. But Sale, for as short as it was fun. It was short but
Yep.
fun. Good
Mm-hmm.
times every week. We may have to even put like together a compilation, a collage or something of all the good times we had on Variant Insanity. What do you say? One more time, we get that beginning. The
All
Variant
right, here you
Insanity.
go. Here you go. Here you go. Coming up.
One more
Just for you,
time.
Sonny.
One more
We're back.
time. There it is. The Last Dance.
Yep.
It was a good one, Sal.
Yep.
But now we must move on.
Yep. Booge, what are you talking about? Inquiring minds want to know. There was nothing else in the chat at the time except for Talking Geek saying Happy Thanksgiving. Oh, he says he's talking to Talking Geek. My apologies. But happy Thanksgiving, Talking Geek. Thanks
Happy
for joining us.
Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, yeah, to everybody. Yeah, tomorrow is the day. We do have a lot to be grateful for. Even though Variant Insanity is gone, we're grateful for the time that it was on this show. We're grateful for everybody joining us. And now it's time for a new segment.
Right.
Sal, you made it. You take it away.
All right. So I made this new segment. I don't have an intro yet. Was working on that today. I didn't like it, scrapped it, and I'm still working it. So it is going through the process. But the name of the segment is called One is Slabbed. I'm going to show you 3 pictures of a title, and you're going to have to guess which book is slabbed. Okay. So now I just grabbed the actual plain picture, so you can. So it's going to be pretty generic. You can't tell by the picture, but you're going to have to guess. So let's go ahead and roll with number 1. And number 1 was this one right here. Ready? This is Amazing Spider-Man, by the way. All right. Amazing Spider-Man 347, 312, and 328. 2 are Todd McFarlane's, but one has a great Venom cover on it, because look at that. That's pretty freaking awesome. So why don't anybody in the audience want to take a guess? Sonny, you can also take a guess.
All right.
Start from the left, go to right. So 1, 2, 3, or ABC.
All right. Yeah.
Tell me which one you think is slabbed.
Let me see, because the normal answer, just the immediate safe pick wants to be 347, but for some reason I'm feeling a 328. So what? I'm just gonna go with 328.
All right. Booge says the Venom. Oh, okay. All right. Anybody else want to take a quick guess before I do this? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. The correct answer is Sonny. You are right. It was Amazing Spider-Man number 328. I had that one slabbed at a 9.6.
Well, nice, man.
Yes.
So, yeah, sometimes you have to show it off. Okay, like I said, just for some reason I was going with that Spider-Man 328.
Yep. Talking Geek said 328, but you came in after the buzzer, Talking Geek. I don't know, but I'll give it to you, buddy. It's fine. You can win too. You also win the no prize.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. See, sometimes I just have these feelings, Sal. Or it was Jamie. He always tried to say I had the ceiling of infinite answers, and maybe it was my ceiling of infinite answers that told me it's 328.
All right then. Let's go on with part 2 then. Let me show you this one. These will be Green Lantern covers. So here we go. This is Green Lantern. Let's see, Green Lantern number 8 8C, 8E, and 8D. So we still get some variant insanity with that.
Ooh, yeah, there you go with some variants. As much as I'm drawn to the ladies in the bikinis,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, they are bougie. They are pretty cool.
That's all pretty cool. I'm gonna go with the one with Hal Jordan above Earth.
Okay, all right. That one is 8E, I believe. Yes, that one is 8E. Anybody else venture to take a guess? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Well, it is. Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, we have a late there. I was trying to switch around. Here we go. Talking. Boosh says the middle one. All right, Boosh, you are right on this one. This middle one is slabbed at a 9.8, but this is 8C, the glow in the dark version.
Oh, okay, pretty cool.
Yep. So let's pull that off of there. And I'm going to go on with our last part of this segment. Now, here is the Venom covers for you. So this is going to be a tough one.
All
right?
of them.
All of them would be an acceptable answer, but it would not be the correct one. Only one is slabbed from this Venom list here. So here you go. And this is Venom number 1 on the left, number 5, and number 3.
I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go with 1.
All right, Richard, did you say the middle one, or are you talking about? Oh, he's talking about something else. Were you talking about the Green Lantern ones there, Talking Geek? You said I slabbed the wrong one. That's never the right answer. Anything slabbed is good. Richard, of course, says all.
See, we all know you, Sal.
Yeah, we do.
But it's what one did you get slabbed this week, though, right? Because we know you got the other slabbed. It's just one of them was only this week.
Yep. So Richard actually says the third one, which I'm assuming is number 3. Boosh says number 1. Talking Geek says right. So I'm assuming he means right to being, slabbing them all. All right, what's your guess, Sonny? What's your guess?
I had said 1.
You said number 1?
Yep, I said number 1.
Okay. And the answer is number 1. That one over there is done by Adi Granoff, and it is slabbed at a 9.8.
Nice. It's a great cover. It's just something I saw, and I was like, I can see you was liking that one.
Yep. I also have that one signed, too. So, all right. You know what? Next time, for your future note, I should add the pictures of the ones that are actually slabbed. So that I can bring them up separately. Okay, that's a future in progress note for that. So let's go ahead and get back to the normal screen here. But bam, there we are.
Well, Sal, great show. I'm glad we have it now.
Yeah.
There we go. Is it slabbed?
One is slabbed. I'm calling it one is slabbed.
Yeah. So for one, yeah.
Because I was thinking that is it slabbed? Of course, the answer is going to be yes.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. All right, then. Right now, what is slabbed? Because this is the first episode.
One is slabbed, and I think I will create a better intro, and then add the actual the book that's the one that's slabbed. So
cool. What is slabbed or one?
One, as in one. Number 1.
All right. Well, there you go. Slabbed. One is slabbed, Sal. Thank you for bringing that to the show, and I look forward to having more segments of it.
Yeah, Talking Geek, that one is nice. That's a nice one. I do like that one.
Yeah, so that was cool. You said you had it signed too, right?
Yep, yes, indeed. Yep, Richard, thank you so much. Yeah, people, go out there, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Get us on the algorithm so that more people can see content like this. You got to do it. If someone gets 2 out of 3 like I did, you should send them a slab of their choosing.
I completely agree, Boosh.
Okay, then I choose the no prize slab.
I'll be expecting it in the mail because
I'll be expecting the mail. Just sit tight. Just sit tight. And if you don't get a slab within the next few weeks, you can contact Jamie. He is our complaint department. You can message him directly.
Okay, I will. Yeah, he accepts calls at calls at any time during the day.
He does. Right? Absolutely.
4 a.m. anytime.
During the workday, doesn't matter. He answers the phone.
And then if he doesn't, you just keep calling.
Just keep calling, keep leaving messages. I do it to them all the time.
Facebook calls too, because they
Oh yeah.
even if you have your phone on mute, those will go through.
Yep. Indeed.
So make sure you call him on Facebook.
Use every social media outlet that you can do to contact him.
Yeah, he doesn't even mind.
It doesn't. It
Yeah.
doesn't.
It's one of the things I like about him. One of the very few things. I've known him for 20 years.
You've known him for 20 years?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Wow. Okay.
Yes, a long time. Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
Wow. Okay. Very good.
yeah.
All right. So what's up next?
Well, there we go. After we've gone through one is Slabbed. Might want
A Talking Geek sticker. Oh, I love it. I'll take a Talking Geek sticker.
Same here. I'll take a sticker. And speaking of stickers, did you know that you can get a Code X sticker?
Oh yeah. Where can they get that?
You just show that link on the CodeXStation.com.
That's
You can
right.
get merch. You can meet the team and more. There's a couple lies about people on there.
Mm.
You know,
And it was all designed by Uncle Gary himself, Mr. IT.
Dude is a wizard with that stuff.
He is. I almost had to call him tonight, you know?
Yeah, because he was, good thing he was there last week, because the whole show would have been done.
Yeah.
Tell us 20 years. I don't know. I guess I have more loose screws in my head that how I've stayed his friend.
Were you guys classmates or something?
No, you're actually a friend of mine, a mutual friend of ours. His name was Keith. And one time at a party, and Jamie was there. So it was like we both knew Keith. And then obviously me and Jamie became friends. And yeah, and then the years had passed. And
there you go.
Eventually he said, "Hey, I got an idea for a podcast." I said, "All right, you know what? Let's do it." And I was like, "Do you want me to be on there sometimes and it's your show?" And he said, "No, only if it's 50-50. So,
okay.
I'm still here to this day.
There you go. There you go.
For 3 and it started June 9th, 2021. Here we are on episode 135.
That's crazy. That's
It
crazy.
is crazy times, and time is flying by. All right, Sal. So there's this other segment that's a bit newer. I mean, I'm trying to think how long we've had it now. Maybe since the summer, a little bit before. But it is right or wrong. Sometimes I'll say 5 statements. Sometimes Sal. Sometimes Tim or Uncle Gary. And every now and then, there was a time when me and Dan, we mixed it up and we did a couple each.
Right.
So today, Sal, you've got your 3, and I've got my 2.
Okay.
All right. So Sal, I will let you start off with your first statement.
Do you want to go back and forth then?
Sure.
Back and forth?
Sounds good.
All right, folks. So folks, you guys in the chat know the drill. If you answer with 1 right or wrong and 2 right or wrong, then we can go back and revisit, and we'll try to keep score. I'm trying to run the chat and do all this stuff here, so bear with me. All right. So question number 1: there should be a limit to how many ongoing series a single character should have.
Right.
I'm going to say right I'll say right. I mean, let's face it. At one point, there was 5 Spider titles. There was 5 Batman titles. There was 5 Superman titles. You know, right now there's like 3, I believe, with Spider-Man titles. So.
Yeah, and too, I remember there was some time. It's like at DC. It's like the top 10. Almost everything was Batman or somehow Batman related. So as much as I love them, but sometimes we like to see some other characters too.
All right, so I'm going to say right on that. You say right. Boosh says, Boosh says right, but I clicked Talking Geek because the chat was moving so fast. And Richard also says yes, true. So, all right. Go ahead. Question 2.
My first one, it goes with the day, and it goes with tomorrow. We should be grateful for all of the comic books we have available to us.
Right.
Right. I say
I think
we should be grateful. We've got a lot to be grateful. We've got comic books all over. Yeah. If you have a favorite character, there's probably many, many, many comic books with them nowadays.
Very true.
It should be pretty easy for everybody.
Yeah. So
no
one's chatting on that one yet. But for the next question, we'll just jump to the next question then. Let's see. This is a pretty easy one. The reason why indies are selling so well, it's because they got a unique story.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna say right too.
Yeah.
All right, Boosh chimed in with number 2 being says right. Of course, Richard says number 2 is false. What the heck?
Hey,
All right,
not
Talking
grateful for
Geek,
those comic books.
Talking Geek says right. That's what Thanksgiving is all about. That's right, baby. And then Richard says bah humbug. That's Christmas, buddy. You're a little bit early. It's still Thanksgiving. Come on.
It'll be here. Don't worry. You'll blink your eyes, and we will be in Christmas.
This is one of the few things I am thankful for. Very good. I think he's just joking with us. He also says number 3 is right. Richard says 3 is right. And I'm going with kinda. All right. Fair enough.
Okay. So we're going to my other statement. Ready? Also, with the day, with the theme of the day, since tomorrow's Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
there should be more Thanksgiving-themed comic books.
I'm going to go with no.
I'm
going to go with no.
I say right.
Okay. All right.
I'm not saying like
Okay.
we need 12 issues. I mean, if somebody has
Yeah.
an idea, I'm saying more like, we were looking for like, hey, let's do an issue that goes with Thanksgiving. There aren't too many. There's starting to be a few more, but
Yep.
not too many big ones.
Talking Geek says indies are also doing well because the quality of the main ones are and that is also true.
Tim loves the Zeb Wells Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, Tim's a big Zeb Wells fan. Boosh says number 4 is wrong, which I agree. Richard also says it's 4 is false, which I also agree.
Why does everybody hate Thanksgiving?
It's not that we hate Thanksgiving. It's just I don't know. We'll talk about it more when we review the story today because it was just I kind of laughed at it for the situation that was in and what they were doing. So we'll talk about that more when we talk about the book we review.
Sounds good. All
Richard
right.
Richard says he doesn't like holiday themed books. Okay, very good. Yeah. Unless it's the Lobo Christmas, right, Richard? Because I know he hates Lobo.
Oh, well, there you go. All right. Now, Sal, what about your third statement, which is the 5th of ours for today?
All right. Let's see. I'm going to say... All right. So I'm going to say there's a point or a threshold where there's just too many cameos in a book.
I will say wrong.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna say true on a certain point because I mean it's like you stick Wolverine as a cameo in here, you stick him over here, you stick him over here, you stick him over here, and he's like all over the place. It's like calm down with the cameos. Spider-Man's also a big thing on that. They stick Spider-Man everywhere as well.
I was more thinking when you said that the comic books having so many cameos, like, oh, it had 20 people making a cameo. So
right. Oh no, I meant like one character. Let me rephrase that. When one character makes too many cameos across the board, type situation. Do you understand what I mean?
What?
No. Do you understand what I mean?
I got
it.
Okay. I'm still gonna say wrong. I'm okay with them making the here and there and there because many of them are in the same place. That's why I think like so many of them are Marvel in New York.
Yep. All right, let me do some catching up here. Everybody's chatting now. Boo says there should be more Thanksgiving horror movies. That's pretty cool.
An evil turkey.
Evil turkey, come back to get you. Not as fun to read, and not during that holiday. Okay. And then Richard chimes in with he loves Lobo. Talking Geek says I like the JSA JLA Thanksgivings. I do too, actually. I do like those. And Boo says number 5 is wrong. And Talking Geek says, right, there could be too many cameos. See, Talking Geek knows what I'm talking about. Richard also knows what I'm talking about. He says true. And Booge also agrees with me. That 5 could be.
He said could be.
Could. I'm going to take that as a yes.
I guess when I look at it, is it like so many from, like, let's say Marvel, right? So many from them are in New York. So they are kind of all around each other. But
true. Why do you need a Wolverine title? The Wolverine's in every other title.
Because we just need so much
that is
more
100% true. That is 100% true.
Can we ever get too much of Wolverine just going around getting in fights?
That's right. Mm-hmm. Man.
Yeah. So all right, Sal.
So we
You know,
want to
we're pretty much
review?
going over them. Yeah. I mean,
We were going over them as we were doing them, though.
yeah.
I would have to scroll back up. So, number one, do you want to go into depth on that? There should be a limit on how many ongoing titles one character should have at a time.
I think we were kind of getting it, like we said. Yeah. Sometimes it's so much. I mean, I'm not like really strict on like there needs to, but I guess if like we were saying before, if someone's in way too many like comics, like oh, this one character has 10 comic books coming out a month. It's like
Yeah,
that's getting a bit overboard. But
right, right. And I mean, that kind of hurts financially too, because as a Spider-Man collector, I had to get every single title that he was in coming out at the time, and it was just like, there's just too much. There's just too much.
yeah.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. There was no sixth question, Richard. And if there was, that would not be the correct answer.
Richard say true Beast is an Avenger.
He is not. He's an X-Men 100% through and through. All right.
Except for that one time.
Except for that one time. All right. Question number 2. This was your question.
Yeah, we should be grateful for comic books, and
Of
we
course,
have so much
that's
available to
a
us.
no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. Of course,
Not everybody was in agreement though in the chat.
I know. Richard said false, but I think he was just joking because he was doing that bah humbug thing afterwards. All right. So for the third question, I said the reason why indies are doing so well is because of unique story. I agree. I still think that's a right answer, and I think Talking Geek hit that on the head too, because a lot of the main titles, I'll put his quote back up there, are kind of like, Some of them are like that, and that's what's driving people to look and seek out other stories. I myself now, when I go to the shop to pick up my regular books, I actually look for an indie title that looks interesting, and maybe it's the number one or maybe it's the number two that I haven't seen yet or haven't read. And if it looks interesting, maybe I'll pick it up. So
Yeah.
I'm doing that now more often than not.
Yeah, and then with me, what I say when it comes to indies things like that, one thing is they're more original. Like obviously,
Yeah.
I love I love the the characters we know and we love, and the X-Men and Superman and everybody. But sometimes with indies, they're so unpredictable because it's like this is a whole new character. Is this character going to last for years on the road?
Yeah,
Is this
right.
character literally going to be in there for 4 issues and then the whole story's over? So I think it's a bit more unpredictable.
That's true. That's true. Wolverine's the most social loner. That's pretty good. Well, maybe except for Batman. That's funny. Talking absolutely true. Here, look, and Richard's still on the. Where's his free slab? He says he's 6 for 6. Don't worry, your Beast is an X-Men slab is in the mail.
Hey, I wanted that.
Oh well.
But,
Well, we'll see.
yeah. Then I said there should be more Thanksgiving themed, and like I said, not too many people were too excited about Thanksgiving theme. For me, like I said, I'm not like, oh, there needs to be. We need to have a 12-issue series about Thanksgiving, but every now and then I like to see more. And a Thanksgiving issue here, an issue here.
What about other holiday themed days? Do you want to extend that to that? Do you want to see more themed books or themed holiday books?
Cool. Yeah, like I said, and one of the comments did say like they're only kind of good. Some of them are only good for that holiday. Like the issue we're going to review, we'll get more to it later, but it's perfect for Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. Not so much for other times, but like say a story like The Long Halloween, as much as it's perfect for the holidays, it's also perfect for any time.
That's true. That's true. The original story was great, and the newer part 2 or the second story of that is actually going pretty good. They're on issue 3, I believe. I just picked it up today, I believe, and I let me see what it is. Hold on. Yes, there it is.
Let's see it. Show that beauty. Okay,
there
you go. There's the Riddler.
Yeah. So,
all right, man. Have you been reading it?
I've read the first one. I have not read 2 and 3 yet, just because life's really beaten me down lately. So, I'm trying to catch up on Spider-Man first. So we'll see. Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, how was issue 1? Pretty good?
Issue 1 was good. Issue 1 was good.
Glad to hear it.
I'm not even going to pronounce that, Booge. What is that? I'm not even going to pronounce it.
Well, Burgess and Ash books.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and say yes.
I'm not agreeing to anything. I'm not signing anything that I don't understand. I'm not going to agree to that. What Walton Bergen snatches.
Yep. Yep. All right. So my
And then you had the last one.
last question was mine, and I said there's a point where there's too many, where one character is making too many cameos, I should say. And everybody was pretty much right except for Boosh, since it could be right.
And somebody else was with me and said wrong, I think. But
actually, it was Boosh. It was Boosh. He said
Okay.
originally says 5 was wrong, but then he said 5 could also be true or be right.
I mean, me, I don't mind him. I mean, who knows? Maybe since you're more caught up in comic books, I don't know if you're seeing anybody who's constantly making cameos. But for me, I don't mind it. But is there anybody you see, like, because you're reading more modern stuff and stuff that's ongoing? Is there anyone you're seeing, like, why is Moon Knight or Deadpool appearing in every issue? Anybody?
Yeah, I tell you the truth, I haven't seen it like I used to, and I just thought it was a pretty good question to run by you and the crowd. I it's probably not as bad as it used to be. Okay, but yeah, it just felt like any book that was like suffering for sales, they would throw a character in there to boost it, and all of a sudden they're making a regular appearance. It's like then I feel like being a Spider-Man guy, I'm like, God, I gotta get this stupid issue of Darkhawk because Spider-Man's in it.
Don't you want to get Darkhawk to, especially issue number 1 to retire?
I do have that. I also have the newsstand edition too. So there.
Well, I got to look to see if it's a newsstand now. But I had gotten one because I'm like, I just need to get one to have the ability to retire.
Boo says for me to say it, and I'm not going to, but I will say it. It.
There you go.
Got you there. Talking Geek. He says Beats keeps cameoing.
They got you there, Sal.
Yeah, it did. All right. Very good. He's still an X-Man. All right.
Yeah. Well, it's now time for a random panel of the week. And yes, again, it goes with what's coming up tomorrow.
Oh, do we have the random panel loaded up?
I didn't get to check.
I did not. My apologies. I did not load that. So talk for a second, and I will get that loaded.
Don't forget to get that loaded, and don't forget to get all the stuff for the F list loaded. Yeah, so with Thanksgiving coming up, I make sure.
Apologies.
Oh, good. I know there was a bit of technical difficulties, you said, with when everything was getting online, so that's why the pre-show started a bit later. That's what usually happens when everything will go fine on a regular day, and then once you're ready to do a podcast or have a video call with somebody, then suddenly you need to
everything kind of goes up. Did you send it to me directly, or did you put it in the podcast chat?
Podcast chat. It was a little bit up. There was a bit of chatter. Once you see somebody, when you see Jean Grey or Cable, you'll know, like, oh, there we go.
Oh, there. Okay. Yep. I see it now. Hang on. Save image. We're going to save it right.
So I make sure to look. I was like, let me look up some Thanksgiving panels, something that goes with today. I didn't want to use something from what we're going to review because we're already going to be talking about it. So I picked this one up, something a bit newer, but with some characters that we've known and loved for a while. And there we go. It's with Teenage Cable, and Jean Grey says, Cable, not everyone is even here yet, and you're into the food. And Cable says, sorry, it's just, and he's eating.
Yep, he says chowing down.
And you see his dad in the background, Cyclops, just looking at him.
Like, really? Come on.
Is
that like the younger version of Cyclops? No, it's not. It's the adult version.
Younger Cable, though.
Yeah. Definitely a younger version of Cable.
But yeah, who's going to be like that? We know there's always going to be someone like that who's eating.
That was me. I was always digging in before we were supposed to do it.
How about now, Sal? Have you changed, or are you still getting into that food?
I'm still getting into that food. Are you kidding me? Come on.
Before everybody else even gets there.
Gotta say, Sal is clever. Thank you, Boosh. That's right.
Yeah. I try. I usually try to do a little bit good, a little bit of snack before.
Mm-hmm. You know what's really good is like a meat and cheese platter during the day. And you snack on that until you get to the main course.
That is right. See, Sal giving you guys some advice. Some of us I could take too. Yeah, like I said, a little bit of snacks. And Sal. Next is the F list. Do you got those pictures loaded, or
they're loading up now? So just bear with me for 1 second.
No problem. So in the meantime, we will do more chatting about Thanksgiving. Like Sal, Any plans you got tomorrow besides
Well,
eating food before everybody arrives?
we're just doing family here. My family here. My mom just had hip surgery like a month ago. She's finally back in her apartment after you know being out on surgery type, like a rehab center. So she cannot come here because my house is a lot of stairs for her. So we are going to go there for dessert, but we're going to do a small dinner with us family here.
Well, I hope you have a good one. I do wish your mother a speedy recovery.
Thank you, sir.
You know,
Appreciate that.
any desserts or anything that you specifically have each
I
Thanksgiving?
love pumpkin pie. I love pumpkin
S-
pie. And
Same here, man.
I also love apple pie, but that's just
Yeah,
how
I
it
do like
is.
apple pie too, but yeah, pumpkin is my favorite. Have you ever tried pumpkin cheesecake?
Pumpkin cheesecake. No, I don't think I have.
It's pretty delicious, man.
All right, I'm about to finish uploading those pictures now, so let me get those going here.
But no problem. But you know, for me on Thanksgiving, I'll be with some family. My yeah, so it'll be good. My uncle always makes a nice banana cream pie, so that'll
Oh,
be good.
that's
And
nice. Sounds nice.
yeah, and then too, watch some football. We'll probably watch the Bears get unfortunately crushed by the Lions, and then go over to be with family. So
Thank you,
sure.
Boosh. Appreciate that. And Sapphire Adam, I'm surprised Sal's on vacation somewhere for Thanksgiving. I wish we could, but alas, it's not the case.
Maybe
All
soon,
right.
Sal. Soon, right? Soon
Yep.
vacations.
1, 2, 3,
Lord,
4,
maybe
5,
say
6.
maybe that cruise in a couple months.
Maybe that cruise. Maybe so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I got all the pictures for the F list. Are you ready for the F
All right,
list?
so let's do it. Let's hit everybody with the F list.
F
Double
list.
dose today, too.
Yep.
Joining the F list today is two characters known as the Plug-Uglies.
The Plug-Uglies. Where was the one with two of them on? There they are.
There,
There we go.
there is Flame, is the bigger, stronger black guy, and behind him is Foam, the shorter, bald white guy. And as you can see, there they are. They're robbing a place, and Foam has shot Foam over a security guard.
Lovely. And we got this over here. Well, look, this guy,
Yep,
he is smacking someone. That's not right. You
yep,
don't do that.
Flame showing that he's an F-lister, like I said, by smacking a woman, which we do not ever want to
Yep.
see. And there's Flame. He's trying to talk some trash. He says, "What you gonna do? What you gonna do with that, Irish? Call upon the power of Grayskull? Ha ha!" And he said, "Ha ha." That's how he said it. HAWHAW.
That's just not right.
And there
And then
they
we get
are. You see them as they're robbing.
see
Yeah,
the
there's
current Deadpool limited series. They were cameoing in a Deadpool.
so this is
Oh,
actually an
sorry.
Avengers, but it's saying if you want to continue the story, it was in Deadpool's
Gotcha.
series.
Gotcha. All right. So here's the next one. There we are.
And there they are, trying to shoot. Is it Blood Wrath? I believe, right?
Yeah, I believe it
Yep.
is.
Yep, Blood Wrath. Yeah, his foam tries to get him with foam, and he's just seeing the other one. Blood Wrath just cuts right through it.
He's
He
like,
calls
nice
it
special
Blarney.
effects, lad, but fancy armor means nothing against my colony of unbreakable. And he's like, Blarney! Where was
Yeah.
that first picture? There it is. There it is. Look at this.
Shall you want to read it, Sal?
Yes, don't fret over your partner, friend, not when you must contend with the other half of the Plug-Uglies. My foam is made from organic polymers that multiply when exposed to the air, blanketing you in a constricting sheet of unbreakable living cellophane. Unbreakable cellophane.
There he
That's that. Unbreak, and he's like, "Yep."
Yeah.
And that's when we can get to the picture of. You can see the guy in the background there. He's covered in the cellophane.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say here about this one. This is just, was Blood Wrath is just ripping through it. He's like, Blarney.
Yeah. You see, they just said Blarney.
Yep. So he goes, my dear woman, we are not seeking financial gain from this venture. We are simply requiring the contents of Tolliver's safe deposit box. All right. That's yikes. This is some pretty bad F listers there. What the
Yeah.
heck?
So there you go. So do you have anything you'd like to say? Any guesses as to the story of Flame and Foam?
Flame and foam. Well, let's see. Let me see. We got to put that two of them up there together. Just
There you
this one
go.
right here is looking at flame and foam. No, I don't
Foam
think I
trying
got
to
it.
be intimidating there. If you notice in that picture, the little kid he's pointing the gun to is sticking his tongue out.
I know. That's yeah.
Shows how intimidating he is. Even though he has his weapon, the kid who's up to his mother's knee sticks his tongue out at him.
That's right. No, here we go. We'll start with this one.
Yeah,
So,
there we
what
go.
are their real names? Do you know what their real names are?
All right, well, Flame has not even been given a name. And even if you look at Marvel fandom, nothing shows up for Foam. But
Wow.
if you go through the story, I read the part that Flame calls, he says Emil.
Emil.
Emil, yep. Emil. Emil
Yeah, that's
for
Emil.
Foam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. So only from that. Flame called him Emil, and then Flame just never got another name. Yeah. So nicknames Flame and Foam. The Plug-Uglies.
No, I can't. I can't even come up with something unique for this. Dropouts out of middle school. Flame and foam stumble across I'm not even going to say it. It's a military research facility, and that's how Flame gets his hardware because they didn't make it themselves.
Yes.
and and foam, I think he's probably got Thanksgiving Day blues because he didn't get the right Thanksgiving Day burst, so that's why he has cellophane because he's wrapping up food all the time. Take home with him, take to go. So there you go. I have no idea. Go for it.
All right. Well, Flame and Foam have one appearance, and that is in Avengers 366, which is also known as the 30th anniversary of the Avengers. And so the writer of that, there was multiple stories, and the writer of that story was Glenn Herdling. The penciler was Mike Gustovich. The inker was Arian Lenshock. And their coloristers, again, Arian Lenshock. So the characters, there they are. They were robbing, Plug-Uglies, Flame and Foam, were looking to get Tolliver's will. And at the time, a couple people were going for it. And when you were talking about cameos earlier, Sal, Deadpool made a cameo in this, and it was one of the pictures even says, if you want to see more, it's in Deadpool series, and it was in. There you go. See the current Deadpool limited series. That was Deadpool: The Circle Chase.
Okay.
Check it out. We even did review it before on an episode of the Codex podcast. I believe that was me and Tim. I absolutely love the story. These two characters do not appear in the story. As you can see, they're not there for money. They're trying to give it. Let's see. Bougie says, Foam's Thanksgiving stuffing was dry, so he broke bad.
Oh, yep. There you go. That works for me.
But there we go. Yeah, not too much. These guys, like I said, they were looking for it, and they came across Blood Wrath. One of the pictures you see that they did take a woman hostage. They took the woman hostage, the one that Flame smacked.
Yeah, that's not right.
Yeah.
I'm already F-listing these guys just for that alone. Right there.
Yeah. So
below
right
the
there.
F-list.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
So we know these guys, as you see right there, they are dirtbags. And we could see also Flame was given to, you can kind of tell Foam almost, maybe they want to have an accent, but Flame, he talks very uneducated. He speaks with a very uneducated grammar. He's like, duh, I'm going to do that. So, yeah, his dialogue is not very good either. They go to, like I said, they're going to take the woman because they want to get the will of Tolliver. They want to get Tolliver's will. They happen to run into Blood Wrath. They fight him a little bit, but then clearly, as we see here, the Foam doesn't do much. Blood Wrath kills Foam. And then, and then Flame runs from him and says, hey, I don't want to end up like Emil. Just let me go. And then Blood Wrath throws his sword right into the back of Flame. And yeah, they're dead and they die. And that was it. They haven't been back since then. And
wow. Maybe they didn't do the revolving door of death for them? They stayed dead?
They stayed dead. They have not appeared again.
Thank goodness, small favors.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to miss them.
When you're at the Thanksgiving Day table and you're saying what you're thankful for, You can say thankful for these guys are not coming back.
Yes, you'd be thankful that the Plug-Uglies. One thing I do wonder is I would love to know how they got those names. What team said, "Hey, how about we got a name for these villains? Plug-Uglies."
Yeah, right. That's
Yeah,
just crazy.
I get the flame because he uses a flame, and foam because he shoots foam, but I don't get the Plug-Uglies. Like, who would call themselves that? But hey, that's why they're F-listers, right?
That is why they're F-listers. That is
Yeah,
so
so
true.
I think we're in agreement. I think even probably the chat would agree. I think we could all agree. The Plug-Uglies, Flame and Foam, are F-listers. I say they stay on the F list. They
Yeah,
suck.
they're going to stay on the F list. There's no doubt about that whatsoever.
Yeah. So there we go. If you want to check out their one and only appearance, it is in Avengers 366.
There you go.
And that
There you
takes
go.
care of the F list for today.
Yes.
Now,
Yes,
Sal,
indeed.
it is time for our review.
Okay. We don't have a review segment opener, do we?
We do not, Sal.
Well, then I'm going to have to come up with one then, aren't I?
All right, if you want, I'll be more than happy. I'll be more than grateful for one.
All
But
right. Very
okay,
good.
so today we are reviewing Vision and the Scarlet Witch, issue number 6, no strings attached. But as you see on that cover, it does say The Mutant Who Came to Dinner. This is the Thanksgiving issue, and I'll
Yes.
give us some of the credits. Steve Englehart did the story, Richard Howell was did the pencils, Frank Springer did the inks, Parker and Oakley did the lettering, Adam Phillips did the colors, Jim Sellerup was the editor, and Jim Shooter was the editor-in-chief.
Hold on. Bruce says that Billy Mays sold that living foam to the black market.
Yeah, she could, but with that F-lister, nobody's going to try to come after it, though. I don't know how much she can get from
Yeah.
that. But yeah, so yeah,
Sorry.
that was Avengers, no problem. Even though that was Avengers a little before the Avengers came across some F-listers, the Plug-Uglies, years before the Vision of Scarlet Witch were here. They had their own miniseries, which was 12 issues, as we see in the cover. It says, issue number 6 of 12. So basically, this is Vision and the Scarlet Witch go Thanksgiving, and
Yep.
you can see multiple characters show up. Like I said, we got Quicksilver, Captain America, Doctor Strange. So we got everybody.
Namor.
But
Yep.
yeah, Neymar. But we also have their dad, Magneto, shows up. And so there's a bit of turmoil, right? People aren't so happy about it. There's a bit of arguing. People feel uncomfortable. And Magneto even is telling Scarlet Witch she's going to try to
Right.
earn her trust. But then
So
they come across,
yeah.
there's some trouble outside. Magneto says for the guys to go. For him, Vision and Quicksilver. And what is it? It is doppelgangers of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants.
That's right. That's right.
So what would you...
So let me just kind of add to what you were saying there. This storyline came out of the point where Magneto had joined the X-Men, and he's like vowed to live by Xavier's code. So he's trying to turn over a new leaf and trying to live a certain way. And Wanda invited him, but forgot to tell her brother that, hey, Dad's coming over. And he was pretty pissed off about it. And when so you see the cover and you see everybody dressed in their costumes or their uniforms, what do you want to say? And Namor's there just as undies, as usual. Crystal's in her outfit as well. Doctor Strange, of course,
she just came from the moon.
Yeah, Doctor Strange never goes anywhere without the cape, and Captain America brings his shield everywhere as well. So Magneto shows up, and what is he dressed? He's just dressed in a brown jacket.
Yeah, the one person who's dressed appropriately for Thanksgiving.
Right, he's the only person that's dressed appropriately for Thanksgiving. And he kind of explains to Wanda in the kitchen that he's like, I'm going to earn your trust, so I'm not going to earn it, by coming up, doing stuff here. I'm going to do it by, publicly with the mutants and living by that code, and that's how I'm going to earn your trust back. And but when he first shows up, everybody's like, everybody's jaw drops, like they're all like, are we about to fight? Are we about to throw down here?
Yeah, they're all remembering like he did this to us. He almost killed the defenders. He did this.
That's right. That's right. It's just like he was the only one appropriately dressed for Thanksgiving dinner, that type of thing. And but he goes to leave. He can actually see him sees something in the like something's happening. So he zooms back. He grabs Quicksilver and Vision and says, "Guys, can you step outside? Step outside for a second. Just step outside for a second." And then he's like, says that the danger is coming. Quicksilver thinks he wants to fight with him, and he's like, "Hold on a second. I'm not trying to do that. There's something coming. We got to take care of it." And they do. It's actually turns out to be Toad, who was able to. He stole the. I forget which ship it was.
Can't remember what it was called, but yeah, so it replicated the
The
Brotherhood of
replicated
Evil Mutants. Yeah.
Yep. It synthesized them or something like that, and they managed to overpower him and knock him out. And
Yeah, Quicksilver pulled a quick outfit change to look like
yep,
their
looked like
one,
his,
and
yep,
then one
damn,
was all talk.
yep. And the funny thing is, I think they never showed what happened to Toad. They just left them knocked out on the lawn because they didn't show him taken away. They didn't show him like Magneto taking him to the ship or anything like that. But Magneto leaves with the ship apparently, and that's like, hey, thank you very much. I'll just take that.
Yeah, so you have to go back. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was definitely. This is number 6 in a 12-issue limited series. So this was definitely, if I remember right, I don't think it doesn't mesh with the story if I remember right. It was just like a one-off type situation because it was Thanksgiving.
It feels like it kind of separates from an ongoing story. There's mentions of other things. They mention Agatha Harkness real quickly, but
yeah, right.
Yeah, like I said, it kind of stands on its own.
Right, exactly. And right, yeah, Wanda was talking to
With Holly?
somebody else, to Holly about helping her with her magical powers. So the two that you see back here in the very back, just over Captain America, I think one does illusions and the other one does sleight of hand type of tricks. So they were like kind of like mutants, but not full mutants. I don't know.
Look, my
Kind
finger.
of weird. They felt like, yeah. Oh, look at that!
There you go. Yeah.
It's good. My thumb.
What's that behind your ear? It's a penny.
It's a quarter.
It's mutant power.
It's a mutant power. Anyhow, so
His mutant powers. He's the most generic magician.
Yep, but he's got the cape and everything, so he kind of fits in with the motif,
Yeah.
Anyhow, and
They're
also
all like, look at Magneto, this weirdo in a suit for Thanksgiving.
and also Magneto brought a gift for his grandchild.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, come on, cut the guy some slack.
Yeah, I did feel bad for Magneto. Like I said, this was like his redemption tour. He was, joining the X-Men, and he was trying, And one thing too that Scarlet Witch did bring up to him, she did say, Wanda brought up, she said, when you hit us with the, working for you with the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, you treated us horribly. Just, I didn't realize you were my kids at the time, so they did bring that up.
Right.
And then he does tell, why, his past, dealing with the Holocaust, and that he vowed like to get revenge. So.
Right.
Yeah.
He was trying to explain his side, but then after the fight, Vision and Quicksilver were like, "Well, let's go in and tell Wanda this," and he's like, "Nope, don't do it. Don't tell her. Just let it go. Just don't even mention anything. I don't want to. She'll think that I perpetrated the attack to make myself look good. And I don't want that to happen."
Yeah, I felt bad for him when he said that. I was like, oh man, like he's not giving himself the credit, but like he said, he's like, I want to do it my own way and earn, the trust of my daughter and my son.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So Sal, what do you grade this Thanksgiving story?
Oh God. I'm gonna give it like an 8. I'm gonna give it an 8. Okay.
Sal with an 8 out of 10. Yeah, me, I enjoyed the story. I think like it's obviously better around Thanksgiving. I don't think it's like, if you're reading it in the summer, it doesn't stand out that much, but it is perfect for the holiday. It's like I said, it's a Thanksgiving comic book. It's one of the first that I remember hearing about. I know now there's starting to be some more Thanksgiving themed comic books, but this was a big one. Bougie says they celebrate Thanksgiving in Atlantis. Maybe. Well, Neymar does not care to be there. He cares to be on Earth celebrating with Earth dwellers and his little
landlubbers.
Yeah, the landlubbers in his green tidy whitey or his green tidy greenies. Yeah. But
booty shorts. Call them booty shorts.
Yeah, him and his booty shorts on Thanksgiving. But yeah, I think it's a good one. I did, it gets you into the more the dramatic stuff with Magneto being a father, being, he's trying to make up for his past and the mistakes he's done, and then it does get you to you get to see some action. You get to see, like I said, Toad and the replicas of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. I enjoy the story. I don't think it's, oh my gosh, it's the greatest thing. I don't think it's a must read, but I still recommend it around Thanksgiving. I think it gives you a good. I think it's a good story to read around this time of year. And like we said, it was 12-issue mini, and it doesn't. I don't think you need to read all the others to get what was going on. You kind of can just jump right into this one, as I did. I didn't read the other issues. I just jumped right into this one and was still able to pick up on what's going on. I enjoy it. I think it's great for the holidays. Maybe I'm feeling a bit generous, but this one I like. I give Vision and the Scarlet Witch, issue number 6, an 8.5 out of 10.
Ooh, 8.5. Okay. All right. I gave it an 8 because I felt like it was disjointed. I did like Magneto's role, but I think that was the only saving grace out of this story.
I definitely think Magneto was the highlight for me too of the story.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
and to yeah, I think you got it. For me, I would normally go with like around an 8, but I think the holiday stuff gave it a little more points of around this time of year. So maybe in another month I'd be more towards an 8, but for this time of year,
Give it a little
it's
more
an
kick, you might
8.5.
say, a little more spice in that sauce.
That's right, it does. Yeah.
Okay, very good.
So, all right, there we go. Vision and the Scarlet Witch, issue number 6, gets an 8.5 for me and an 8
Oops,
from
8.
Sal.
I don't know
So,
how to. I don't even know how to hold up right fingers. 8.0 from me.
all right, so there you go. What do you all think about this story? Do you think it's the perfect Thanksgiving story? Do you think there's a lot better comic books that focus around Thanksgiving? And Sal, for some reason, I see that you're muted. Okay, there you go.
Because I'm burping. Sorry.
Oh, well, no problem, because sometimes I have to mute myself for a cough, and I never see if it shows you all that.
Nah, sometimes it does, but I don't think I haven't noticed it.
Well, Sal, it's been a great episode. I will say that next week we will be reviewing Wonder Woman, the Hecate.
And Uncle Gary's on that show with you, right?
Yes, he is.
Am I going to need to jump on there and show you guys how to run the show?
I can run it, but you may have to help him get on it. So we will see what happens next week. But I do want to say, everyone, it's been great having you all here.
Yep.
Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I hope you all have a happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Even if you don't celebrate, I hope you still just have a great day in general.
Mm-hmm.
I can say for me, I know I've got a lot to be grateful for. I'm grateful for my loved ones. I'm grateful for God. I'm grateful for Codex. I'm grateful for all of you. I'm grateful for every day, so I try to live life, enjoying every day. We don't know when it will come to an end. We don't know what tomorrow brings. So I try to enjoy every day. And I hope that us at the Codex station, that we all bring you some joy into your life every day that you watch us. On Wednesdays when we're here, on days that you watch us another time.
Boosh
Just all the
it's a good
time.
story.
Yes, Boosh says it is a good story. And I'm going to guess that he's talking about the Vision and the Scarlet Witch.
That's right. It is.
As opposed to just me talking about what I'm grateful for. Yes, but thank you, everybody, for joining us again. We got some stuff that we can give to you, that we can make you grateful for.
Yes, indeed. And you know what that is? That is the socials. Where are the social things? I'm not good with the buttons tonight. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Any social media, type in at the Codex Station, find us, click that like, share, subscribe, share button, whatever you got to do to follow us, support us, and get us into that algorithm so we get out there in the ether more. Got to do it. And also, while you're there, and as Tim would say, if you couldn't be ready for me too cool for school, you could head on over to thecodexstation.com, where you can buy some merch, meet the team, and so much more. And our socials are listed there as well. Remember, that's been designed by Uncle Gary himself. So remember, be thankful for Mr. IT, Uncle Gary.
Hey, you need IT problems, go to Uncle Gary. He's the guy to go to.
Yes, that is so true.
Like that, and he'd be happy. He will be happy to do it too.
Yes, he would be. He would be.
Technical problems, he's like, sure, send it my way.
He's on it. All right, so folks, obviously tomorrow there is no comic character of the week. Comic character of the week will be back next Thursday, where we're going to be covering Mystique. So go ahead and check that out. There will be a Saturday night show of Comics Unleashed After Dark. So be sure to stick around and check out our latest pools of the week, which I just happened to pick up this week. So I just went there today, got my stuff today.
All right. Well, everybody, thank you very much. Take care. We'll see you more episodes of all the shows in the Codex Station. Like I say, I'll see you next week on the Codex Podcast.
All right. See you guys next week. And thank you, everybody in the chat, for joining us tonight. We appreciate you. And we're sorry we started late because of technical issues, but appreciate you sticking around. All right. Take care.